Hi everyone, I'm Farooq from Halal Travel. Welcome to Hello Spring Festival, HWT's virtual Lunar New Year event, where we welcome everyone to join in the fun, whether you celebrate or not. Now, as you know, our lives have changed because of COVID-19. We're not sure when we can travel again. Even the celebrations and festivities that we look forward to with our loved ones are also different. That's why this year, we're bringing the festivities and experiences to you at home. Now, as part of our virtual event, our last day of live shows today, and we also have articles and videos on what you can do during the long weekend, as well as exciting giveaways. Now, we have one grand draw and two mini draws as part of this event. Now, all you have to do is log on to hellospringfest.com and look out for the red packet lucky draw booths to find out and to sign up for the lucky draw to stand a chance to win attractive prizes. Now, we're pretty sure many of you here miss traveling. I know I do. And one destination that I really miss the most is none other than Japan. I have some friends with me to reminisce about our time in Japan, our favorite moments. Now say hello to my fellow HHWT team members, Cheng Sim from Malaysia,
Hi.
Tasri from Indonesia, as well as Tiara from Indonesia. Hello everyone. Hi guys, how are you doing today?
Hi, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, I hope all of you are safe at home. I know Malaysia and Indonesia, things are a bit different. In Malaysia, you're having like MCO and lockdown. So I hope everyone is staying safe at home. Now, guys, do you know why you're here today?
Yes, we are going to take a virtual trip to West Japan, and we will learn about new places to visit in the land of rising sun.
Yes, even though we can't travel right now, the best thing we can do is take a virtual trip. So today, we are going to do a virtual trip to West Japan. And to help us with that, we got a special guest from JR West. Now, if you're unfamiliar with JR West, it's actually the company that operates railways, hotels, and other businesses in the western part of Japan's Honshu Island, as well as Hakata in Kyushu. Now, without further ado, let's welcome Tanino-san, who works in JR West Singapore branch. Tanino-san, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi there, and thank you for inviting me to today's special online event. And this is Tanino from JR West.
Tanino-san, tell us more about yourself. Now, how long have you been in Singapore and which part of Japan are you from?
Okay, I've been in Singapore for about 2 years and a half, and I'm from Osaka, but my hometown is Tottori, and which is not too far from Osaka. And you can visit Tottori from Osaka by limited express train Super Hakuto Directory or the Shinkansen and limited express train Super Yakumo. And I think it is enjoyable to eat an Ekiben lunchbox and to look around scenery from the train during a trip.
Tanino-san, so what is the most famous spot in your hometown?
Okay, I think most famous spot in Tottori is Tottori Sand Dunes. And it looks like a desert and the height is almost 50 meters. And this spot is not only watching scenery, but also enjoy some activities like sandboard, paraglider, like this photo, and camel riding, and more. And next spot is Daisen, and it means big mountain in Japanese. And Daisen is called Western Japan of Mount Fuji because of its beautiful shape. And you can enjoy snow activity in winter. And there is a ski resort in this photo. Okay, and third one is scenic train Ametsuchi. It is running through around Tottori, and this train is decorated by local specialties in this area, and it looks luxurious. And in addition, you can eat or drink a local souvenir that is sold at a shop in the train.
Now, Tanino-san, what do you miss most about your hometown?
I have something I miss, but I would especially like to snowboard at Daisen Ski Resort, and it's really fun and feel good. And when I live in Tottori, I played it every year.
Tanino-san, I can just imagine how much you miss your hometown right now. I really hope you'll be able to visit home very soon, and I really hope we all get to travel to Japan soon. Me myself, I was in West Japan for a work trip in 2019, and I really miss it. So one of the places that I went, which was very beautiful, was Itsukushima Shrine at Miyajima Island. So it's where the famous floating red torii gate is. I loved how peaceful it was. Like the island itself was super stunning, and there were deers all around. I even got to try the momiji manju, the red bean cake, which was also Muslim friendly. And then the next spot that I really enjoyed was actually Okonoshima. So Okonoshima is actually known as Rabbit Island. So there are hundreds of wild rabbits on the island. And as you can see, we can actually manage to feed them, but remember to only give them like leafy greens. Like we didn't have any leafy greens with us. So what we did is we went to the nearest supermarket to buy like some cabbage to feed the rabbits. It's not the best option, but if there's nothing else to feed them, the cabbage is actually an okay option to give them. Yeah. Then actually, when I was there, right, the good thing about it is that we use the JR West Sanyo Sanin Pass. So with the Sanyo Sanin Pass, you can take the Sanyo Shinkansen and the ferry to Miyajima as well. And there's an unlimited use of Shinkansen train, especially the Nozomi Limited Express train, for 7 days in Kansai, Fukuoka, Okayama, Hiroshima, Yamaguchi, and Tottori, and also the Shimane Prefecture. And there's another new pass right now, the GRS All Area Pass, which gives you like unlimited use of Shinkansen, especially the Nozomi Limited Express train. And you can use it for 7 days in Kansai, Hokuriku, Sanyo, Sanin, and Hakata, as well as you can also use it on a lot of private trains. So that's like the whole area of West Japan from Hokuriku all the way to Hakata. And during our trip, right, we also managed to go on the Hello Kitty Shinkansen, which Tanino-san will talk more about later, but I have this video to play. It was really like a very cute train. So I think if you love Hello Kitty, you really love the train. Now I'm going to ask like my HWT teammates to talk to us more about their trip. So Tiara, I understand that you went to Kyoto and Osaka. Could you tell us more about your trip there?
Okay, I went to Japan in 2017 with my family. The two cities that we visited was Kyoto and Osaka, and that two cities alone is probably the best cities in the world that I have ever been, because it gave me so much inspiration, so much experience, and so much good things to remember with my family. And like this is my picture when I went to Kyoto with my sisters and my sister and my mom. One thing that I will always remember about Kyoto is how serene and how peaceful the atmosphere there. And also, I had the chance to, riding a bike around Arashiyama bamboo forest, enjoying the scenery and just hanging around, enjoying the view. And I think it's the simple things like that makes the Japan is special for everyone, including for me and my family. Also in Osaka, I went to see the famous Glico Man. But unfortunately, it was raining so hard, so I didn't get the chance to take a picture with it. But I really enjoy strolling in Dotonbori, enjoying some snacks, and also like a little shopping. Yeah, I think went to Japan is one of the best decisions I made in my life.
Yeah, you went during the rainy season. Was it during summer that you go?
I went there. I think it's in the mid of January, so it's on the transition, and I think it's after winter, and it's on the transition to spring. So yeah, sometimes the weather is nice, it's sunny, but sometimes it's get raining, and but it's pretty much like the colder season, I think.
Nice. I didn't know you can actually cycle at the Arashiyama bamboo forest. So I think that's
Yeah.
something that I learned today. Yeah. Cheng-Sim, you also been to Kyoto before, right? Why don't you tell us like what you miss the most and like what else you like to see in the area?
Okay. So my first trip to Kyoto happens to be like my first ever trip to Japan. And at the same time, I was also traveling with my mother. So it was a really exciting trip for me. And when I was in Kyoto, I also visited the Arashiyama. But one thing special about it, because just around the corner from the bamboo forest, there's this a Japanese restaurant that serves vegetarian tofu set. So everything is made as tofu, but everything is delicious. I also remember getting lost on the way to Kiyomizudera because it was my first time figuring out the bus systems in Japan, but the view was definitely worth it. And if I were to think about what I miss most about Kyoto, it's definitely the peace and serenity that you don't often feel when you live in a city. So just similar to Tiara. And to be honest, I feel there are more places like that in West Japan. So when the situation gets better, I'm actually looking forward to spend more time there and traveling around West Japan also.
Kyoto is really like a serene and peaceful place, but you're right to say that there's so many places that have the same vibe in West Japan, and a lot of places will make you feel peaceful and at home. And I think one of the places that I really love is Hiroshima, and I think Sastri has been there. So Sashi, why don't you tell us about your trip to Hiroshima?
So the first time I heard about the word Hiroshima actually is during the history lesson when I was in primary school. I remember my teacher said that there is an atomic bomb in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So as far as I remember, it's one of the biggest tragedy in history. So before Tokyo, before Kyoto, or before Osaka, Hiroshima and Nagasaki introduced me to Japan at the first place. So during the trip, it's very exciting to see like the real ruins, the real remains, and how it evolves as a metropolis city with all the modern side of Japan. And I went to Hiroshima when I was 7 months pregnant, and it was like the best decision ever because I'm having a good food, I'm having a fresh air, and I also have like a lot of experience and history that I learned from the trip. The first picture is Atomic Bomb Dome. It's like one of the place that brings me back to the dark side of the history, this place, yes. And one of another highlight of the trip in Hiroshima is Okonomimura. Okonomimura is like a building dedicated to okonomiyaki. You know, the pancake-like foods in Japan, Japanese pancake, okonomiyaki. So in Hiroshima, we can find this building like dedicated for okonomiyaki stalls. It's like a 5 stories building full of okonomiyaki stalls. Most of them are open for like 24 hours and everybody have their own favorite stall and it's always full at night. So it's really nice to know to experience that kind of culinary trip. Yeah.
Yeah, I really love I know that Hiroshima is known for their okonomiyaki, which is actually different from like the rest of Japan. So I think I went to that same building that you were talking about because when I went there, like the whole floor was full of like okonomiyaki shops, and I just went into one halal shop. Unfortunately it's not there anymore, but the okonomiyaki was so good. It was super great, super yummy.
It is a yummy, yes.
Yeah, so I just can't wait, to go back to Hiroshima and taste the okonomiyaki there. So, Daniel-san, since it's Lunar New Year, I'm just wondering do people still celebrate Lunar New Year in Japan?
Yeah, in Japan, there are still customs such as family gathering and eating something in some part of Okinawa, but it seems it hardly remain in other area, I think.
Now, I know that the Japanese New Year is actually slightly different. So can you actually tell us more about the Japanese New Year?
We celebrate New Year on 1st January, and we gather with family, relatives, and sometimes friends, and eat osechi. Osechi, which is I show you now. Yeah, this one. And the osechi is special delight for New Year, and we have customs to eat throughout this period. And that's why osechi is gathered with preserved dishes, and all of the dishes have a meaning. And for example, uncut boiled shrimp has a wishes to live a long life. And I think it's similar with raw hay because of it also have some wishes.
Other than eating osechi, right? I know there's also
Yeah.
other customs. So, like, do you guys have, like, like how the Chinese they give out the red packet or ang pao during New Year? Do you guys have the same thing as well?
Yes, and there's customs named otoshidama in Japanese, and it is a little similar to anpao. But I heard both customs are coming from different histories. And otoshidama is given by parents and grandparents, relatives to a child, and as using a cute mini envelope like this. And personally speaking, I think ample envelopes design is greater than otoshidama one. And finally, as a new year, I feel many Japanese like to go shopping even from 1st or 2nd January. And it is called Hatsuri and mean it is the first time shopping this year. And many of them like to buy a lucky bag and try their fortune.
Oh, it's so interesting to see the similarities between Chinese and Japanese culture. Like even though you guys don't celebrate the same New Year, but you have some similar traditions like giving the red packet and like eating things with a good fortune and stuff like that. I think there is really like a common theme across a lot of festivals in East Asia as well. So Tanino-san, we might not be able to travel yet, but are there any new trains or JR West passes that we can look forward to for our future trip?
Okay, let's see a video, and I'm gonna explain about the new train and new train passes. You can visit there or by using JR West or area pass, where Farok-san mentioned before. The validity period is for 7 days, the same as JR pass, but the price is almost $80 more reasonable than JR pass. And so on. We have many kinds of regional passes for this area. So you can choose suitable one from them, and it can be purchased from almost $30.
Okay, let's watch the video first to see the different sites that we can visit.
This video is, I think, Kurashiki become historical quarter. And this one is Yuda Hot Spring Resort, and this place is located at the Yamaguchi Prefecture. And you can enjoy a hot spring and I think some great dishes.
I think there's one train that is very popular in West Japan, right? Could you tell me about it?
Yeah, okay. The Haruki Shinkansen, it is themed for this event, our booth design in this event. And this train is operating one round trip per day and between Hakata and Osaka without maintenance day. And it is decorated with Haruki, not only exterior, but also interior, including Kyoto seat and photo spot. And you can buy some special Haruki Shinkansen goods at the shop in the train. And of course, I understand you are worried about the safe measurement of COVID-19. Okay, let's take a look at this. As you see, we try to be safe for customers at our company.
Good to know that we have all the safety precautions and like West Japan is ready for us to come back and visit, and all the attractions, I'm sure they are doing their part to fight COVID-19 as well. So now, Cheng-Sim, we're going to play a game. So Cheng-Sim, Sastri and Tiara, we're going to play a trivia game called Guess Where in West Japan. So what will happen is that I will show you guys a photo of a place in West Japan and you have to choose the correct answer. Then Tanino-san, you will reveal the correct answer to us. Now, all of you watching at home can also join in the fun as well, and you can leave your answers in the comment section. So are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's play. Now let's start with an easy one. If you pay attention to me just now, you'll know this answer. So can we have the photo, please? What is the name of this island? Is it A, Aoshima, B, Okunoshima, or C, Ainoshima? Okay, can you guys show me your answers? I think, oh, Cheng-Si, we got it wrong. The answer is B, Okunoshima. So Taino-san, why not you explain to us about how to get to Okonoshima?
Yeah, okay. Okonoshima is in Hiroshima, and you can access near this island by taking Shinkansen from Shin Osaka to Mihara Station.
Tiara and Sastri, good job on getting that right. Now, Cheng-Sing, you have some bucking up to do. So now for question 2, those of you at home, you might want to listen carefully to this one, as is the answer for our mini draw 2 on hellospringfest.com. Can we have the photo, please? Now, the question is, where can you find the most popular sand dune in Japan, which is also a tourist spot? Is it A, Totori, B, Kyoto, or C, Akiyoshido? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Show me your answers. Okay, 2 of you got it right. The answer is, Tanino-san, what's the answer?
Yeah, the answer is A, Totori. And you can access it by limited express train Super Hakuto from Osaka to Totori Station directly.
Seems like Cheng-Sing, you're catching up, and Sastri, you are now the same as everyone else. Tiara is still in the lead. So now for the next question, Can we have the photo, please? Okay, this place is known as one of the 3 most picturesque sceneries in Japan. Where is it? Is it A, Matsushima, B, Miyajima, or C, Amano Hashidate? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Show me your answers. Trixie. Let's do this one again. Now, what's the correct answer, Tanino-san?
Okay, the correct answer is C, Amano Hashidate. It is, yeah, and it is in northern Kyoto. You can access it by limited express train Hashidate directly from Kyoto Station to Amano Hashidate Station. And you can enjoy not only scenery, but also some activities like taking a ferry and cruising around there.
Seems like a very beautiful place, Tanino-san. Have you been there as well?
Yeah. I've been there maybe 10 years ago, but the scenery is not changed and there is a still very nice view.
Now for our very last question. So those of you who need to buck up, better buck up. So for last question, can we have the photo, please? So at this place, you can learn all about Japan's trains and railways from many years ago till today. So is it A, Tokyo Railway Museum, B, Kyoto Railway Museum, or C, Yokohama Railway Museum? Okay, you done with your answers, guys? Okay, show me your answers. Oh no, Sastri, you got it wrong. Tanino-san, what is the correct answer?
Okay, the correct answer is B, Kyoto Railway Museum. Yeah. And it is near the city area of Kyoto, and you can enjoy a realistic train simulator or steam locomotive riding experience and more. And today, these photos are supplied from Chizi and travels around the west part of Japan so many times. And please check out her Instagram and blog, but you can visit from her Instagram. And let's search at Chizaland on Instagram.
Okay, so don't forget to join our mini draw too, where you can win some JRS merchandise. Tanino-san, would you like to tell our audience what they can stand to win?
Okay. One Hello Kitty fluffy toy and 10 Hello Kitty travel adapter and 10 Shinkansen travel adapter.
So you heard it from Tanino-san himself. You can win 1 Hello Kitty fluffy toy, 10 Hello Kitty adapters, and 10 Shinkansen adapters. So these are limited edition goods from JRWare, so you wouldn't want to miss it. So simply log on to hellospringfest.com and click on the red packet lucky draw booths to join the lucky draw. Now that's all the time we have for you tonight. Thank you, Tanino-san. Thank you so much for joining us. Now stay tuned for our final show at 8 p.m. later. Tips on how to keep fit and healthy during COVID-19. So thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye bye.